Hey everybody, it's Cynthia Porter with Visit Winona. Ed Hoffman is running the camera. We are Facebook Live from the beautiful Woodlawn Cemetery, and we're at Voices from the Past Cemetery Walk. It's put on by the Winona County History Center every year. This is the 21st annual, and this is such a neat event. If you've never been here, it's always, I think almost always, the second weekend in October. They schedule it that way so that you can come out and enjoy one of the most beautiful fall scenes in Winona. The trees are a little bit behind this year, so it's not quite as bright as it has been some years, but in a matter of days, this entire cemetery is going to be glowing gold and red and orange. So pretty. So there's actors all over this cemetery. The Historical Society researches people who are buried here, and then they put together their story. Then they find actors to come to the grave sites and act out a whole bit about their story. So we are at one of the grave sites in the far back of the cemetery. So the gates just open. The people are not coming through here yet, but they will. They're going to go through 6 different sites, and I think we're the last one right now. But we're going to get a sneak peek because the actors at this gravesite are rehearsing their routine. And this, I had no idea. This group is portraying the POW camp that was in Whitewater State Park. Did you know that we had a POW camp? It was for German prisoners, and it was, I saw the year, around 1944-45. They were interning prisoners in Whitewater State Park. So I guess what some of what happened through that time is that the prisoners were made to work on people's farms, and it was because most of the men were gone fighting in World War II, and so the prisoners were made into workers for these farms, and then they became close with them, and some families became like lifelong friends for them. And so I think that this story is a little bit about that. So we're going to creep up a little bit closer and have a listen. I won't talk. We'll just get close enough that you can hopefully hear what they're saying. But what an interesting story, right? There's a whole booklet talking about this, but the Winona County History Center could tell you, I think, so much more. Okay, here we go. We're going to go.
I'd say our family couldn't afford any such thing. And who would be available to do that hard harvest work?
Rot.
Well, I understand, Mrs. Morvick, but wouldn't it be nice if we showed these young men how we do things in this country? I mean, we already let them write letters home. Well, we give them meals, we give them tokens for work that they do so they can buy, well, like cigarettes and soap at the camp store. Why, we even allow them 2 bottles of beer a day.
Sorry about that.
I've got some girlfriends who work down at the cannery who've been talking to some of these German boys. Some of them can speak a little German. They say that some of these guys
people, I would leave too.
Hold it,
You
Mrs.
guys,
Morvick.
isn't it
Just hold
interesting?
your
So they're
horses,
just
folks.
rehearsing still.
Hear me out
Groups
here.
are just trying to work
There's
their
a
way
good
through
side
here.
to this, maybe a
And
good side for all
so they're kind of
involved.
stopping and starting a little
First
bit,
of all,
getting their
there's no
gig
danger
all the way
to
down.
anybody signing up for this program.
But so
The
interesting.
prisoners are
Let's
brought
walk
out
up
to
a
the
little bit
farm
more. Let
along
these
with
guys
an
go
armed
back to
guard.
their rehearsing without us standing right in front of them, staring at them.
No,
Thank you, you guys.
would you pay-
But we're going to walk a little bit. You can hear in the distance there's some bagpipes going. There's a bagpiper down by the entry that he's going to be playing, I guess, all day. And hey, can we ask you a couple questions?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to walk this way. So tell me,
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
So Lisa, Ed, how do you feel about walking backwards?
Me?
Nope, Ed. I
Oh.
heard that you can walk backwards.
Oh yeah.
So how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing this, and we were trying to figure that out, Sue Hubble and I. We believe it's been 12, 13 years,
Oh, wow.
and of course this year's our 21st year.
And so you are one of the guides. So you will take groups around to each of the spots. And so you have to learn quite a bit about what's going on too, because you talk in between the grave sites, right?
Correct. We explain a little bit about the cemetery itself, the history itself. Some folks that aren't characterized in our sites, we'll point them out. And it all depends on what people ask.
Sure.
A lot of people are very inquisitive when they come here because it's such a gorgeous over-the-top cemetery.
Right.
So it really depends. You kind of go off your cuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So you have to know a lot about history.
Oh
I
yes,
think.
you have
must.
to know a lot about history, correct?
And so of the 6 grave sites that they are doing this year,
Yes.
are there any surprises in there? And well, this was a huge surprise for me. I had no idea that we had a POW camp in Whitewater State Park. I have no
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
Are there any other great reveals out in the cemetery this
Of
week?
course, every site is a great reveal. It's all true to fact. There's no fiction in it. We don't buff it. We get all of our information from the archives at the History Center. A lot of research goes into each site. And also we get information from the stories of the people who we are characterizing from their families.
Oh, neat. So a lot of these families still live here. Probably not all, but
Not all, but
certainly some.
quite a few of them, yes.
Interesting.
Mhm.
It's so
Now,
interesting.
each year, when we started 21 years ago, Janelle Moore and Mark Peterson, it wasn't themed. They weren't themed at all, but now they are themed.
Ed, you're
The
gonna get run
last
over.
5-6 years, whoop, we got a car coming.
Yeah. Here we go.
And in these themes, then that's what we characterize or try to bring to light to the community. And this year's theme is parks
Okay.
in Winona County.
How many parks in Winona County do you know?
Oh,
A lot.
I don't have that
Sorry.
answer. That's a good
I don't
question.
either. I think there's a lot though.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know how many
But
either.
they really emphasize a lot on the main parks that people attend to. There's a lot of smaller parks, of course, but it's like Whitewater State Park, Farmers Park, the
Sure.
Wyndham, Sinclair.
Princess Winona
Princess
statue,
Winona and Wyndham,
Levy and
yeah.
Lake Parks, and of course the POW camp. So
Yes, out at White.